All right, fourth graders, we're going to look at factors. Remember, factors, a factor can be a number you multiply. So you have to multiply. So a factor pair means that you have two numbers, like 2 times 2. Factor. The answer is the product. So that's the product. This is a factor and this is a factor. This is a pair. That's a factor pair. Okay? So we're looking at we're looking at a problem here that's asking us, so for number 5, it says, which choice is not a factor, meaning you cannot multiply it. So if we sit there and look at 2 times something equals 34. What would equal 34? Well, could you multiply 2 times something to get 34? Well, if you look at it, yes, you could, because 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 15 equals 30. 2 times 16 equals 32, and 2 times 17 will equal 34. Okay? So you know that 2 would be a factor, so this is a factor. Okay? So that's a factor. So you're not going to pick A, because it says not a factor. 2 is a factor. Okay? How about 17? Well, you already know that if you multiply 2 times 17, that is a factor, because 2 times 17, factor, equals 34. You know that, so 17 is not an answer, because you can get 34. 34 is a multiple of 17, meaning if I skip count by 17, 34, I can get to the answer. So 8, does 8 times anything equal 34? Well, you already know that if you said 34 times 1 equals 34, well, that can't be your answer. So 8 is the only thing that has to agree, because if you look at it, 8 times 5 equals 40. 8 times 4 equals what? Well, I hope you're going to say 32, because 8 times 4 is 32, because 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. So 32. So you would never get to 34 skip counting by 8s. So 8 is your answer. It is not a factor. You cannot multiply 8 times anything to get 34. Okay? So on this one right here, you would answer, yep, C is going to be my answer. Okay? So then you would mark in Edulastic, C is the answer. Now, looking down here, which choice this one is a factor. So we got to find the one that will work for 70. So if I looked at 70, what could I multiply together to get 70? Well, I know that 10 would work for sure, because 10 times 7 equals 70. 3, if I take 3 and multiply it times anything, never works. So this one will not work. 4 times anything will never get me 70. Will not work. 19 will not work. So those two, this one, what choice is a factor? This one works. This one is not a factor. That one does not work. Okay, good luck with this. You'll see that in Edulastic. Good luck.